A very good afternoon and welcome to Lunchtime News on TV1. We're coming to you live from Newsfirst studios here in Colombo. Let's first start off with a look at the stories that made it your headlines this afternoon. Arjun Aloysius and Kasun Palisena filed an application to the court seeking bail. Opposition members still in discussion over no confidence motion against the Prime Minister. Rohit Abegunawardena says no confidence motion will be presented today. Police officer injured in shooting at Katharagama. Starting off with your lead story this afternoon, Arjun Aloysius and Kasun Palisena filed an application to the court seeking bail. Now, owner of Perpetual Treasures Limited, Arjun Aloysius, and CEO of PTL Kasun Palisena are currently in remand custody in relation to the bond scam, and they have made an appeal to the Court of Appeal. The bill requested for Arjun Aloysius and Kasun Palisena via the Magistrates Court and High Court were rejected on previous occasions. The suspects were further remanded until the 29th of this month. Moving on with more local news, the Active Assets and Liabilities draft bill is scheduled to be presented to the House today. The bill, which is said to be subject to amendments, has been declared as constitutional by the Supreme Court. Further, the foreign exchange draft bill is also set to be taken up for debate today. The much-anticipated no-faith motion against the Prime Minister was also scheduled to be taken up. However, due to a number of members of government expressing their willingness to support the motion and due to the continued gathering of signatures in support of the motion, questions arise as to whether the motion will be presented today. Now, against this backdrop, parliamentarian Rohit Abegunawardena said the no-confidence motion against the Prime Minister will be handed over to the Speaker when Parliament convenes today.
අද පාර්ලිමේන්තුව පටන් ගන්න අවස්ථාවේදී විශේෂයෙන්ම
When Parliament convenes today, we have made preparations to hand over the no-confidence motion against the Prime Minister. All members of the joint opposition, along with some members of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, ministers in the government, have signed this. I think more than the number of signatories to this no-confidence motion, once this is presented in Parliament, we will be able to see people that Ranil Wickremesinghe didn't think will oppose him, standing up against him.
කැමැතුමා නොහිතන අයත් එතුමාට විරුද්ධව නැගී සිටින එක බලා ගන්න පුළුවන්කම ලැබෙනවා.
The final report of Sri Lanka's review under the third cycle of the Universal Periodic Review process was adopted during the 37th session of the Human Rights Council held in Geneva yesterday.
The presentation on the report and oral briefings of the Secretary General and High Commissioner for Human Rights will take place this afternoon, followed by general debate. The Sri Lankan delegation includes Foreign Minister Tilak Marapana and Minister of Provincial Councils and Local Government Faiza Mustafa. The delegation includes officials of the Foreign Ministry, the Attorney General's Department and the Coordinating Secretariat for Reconciliation Mechanisms. The Director General of International Affairs of the Sri Lankan Muslim Congress, A.M. Faiz, has also left for Geneva.
The government has decided to impose a 50 rupee tax on imported fenugreek in order to protect the local fenugreek farmer. A member of the Cost of Living Committee said the decision was taken yesterday. Also in local news, a 29-year-old mother and her 5-year-old daughter were killed when a three-wheeler and a JCB truck collided at Patiagala Ambagahavila junction in Kahaduwa in Mapalgama last night. According to police, the driver of the three-wheeler was injured in the accident along with another woman and a child. The three injured were initially admitted to the Niyagama Rural Hospital and have since been transferred to the Karapitia and Alpitia hospitals for further treatment. Sri Lanka Police today celebrates the 154th anniversary of service to the nation. The main celebrations were held under the auspices of Inspector General of Police, Pujit Jayasundara.
The police day is commemorated after Police Constable P.C. Saban was shot dead in 1864 by Mammale Marikar, associate of Saradiel of Utuankanda at the time. The main commemoration ceremony was held at the Bambalapitiya ground. After remembering the police officers who sacrificed their lives to secure peace and law in the country, the police memorial was honoured. The ceremony was brought to life by cultural items presented by officers. A Police Day commemoration was held in front of the memorial in Mavanella in memory of PC Saban, who died in a shooting. Senior officers from 8 police stations attended the event. The Police Day celebration in Ampara took place at the War Hero Memorial of the district office under the auspices of senior officials of the Ampara District Secretariat. The 600 officers who were assassinated by the LTTE in 1990 were also remembered at the event.
In more local news, the Colombo Municipal Council is taking steps to address the irreversible disposal of garbage in the city. Civil police officers are to arrest people who wrongly dispose garbage. Acting Municipal Commissioner Lalit Vikramaratne said the program was done in agreement with the Police Environmental Protection Division. The officials will be deployed from 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. in the Colombo Municipal Council limits, Buralla, Slave Island and other places identified as area where garbage was not disposed in the correct manner. The Acting Municipal Council Commissioner said this measure was taken due to the increase in unsegregated garbage in the area. Strategic placement of trees in urban areas can cool the air by up to 8 degrees Celsius, reducing air conditioning needs by 30%. This is a key message as today marks World Forest Day, focusing on forests and sustainable cities. The United Nations General Assembly proclaimed the 21st of March the International Day of Forests in 2012. The first International Forest Day celebrations were held in Sri Lanka in the year 2014. In the island, the Singharaja Forest has been named as a national heritage. The Knuckles Forest Reserve, the Samanala Adaviya Reserve and the Horton Place National Park on the central highlands of Sri Lanka are a few forests that are world heritages. Forests and trees store carbon, which helps mitigate the impact of climate change in and around urban areas. Trees also improve the local climate, helping to save energy used for heating by 20 to 50%. And that's all the news we've got for you this afternoon. To follow details of these stories and more, you can log on to our website www.Newsfirst.lk. I'm Charlene Benedict for the News First team. Your latest news update will come your way at 1:55. Good day.